This is a Glass Box Media podcast.
Oh, hey, everybody. Welcome to My Worst Date. I'm Cassie.
I'm Keegan.
I'm Christina, and we are doing our best to survive snowpocalypse.
I mean, it's not even snowing, but the rain is depressing the fuck out of me. It really, I was so upset yesterday. I was like, why do I feel like I'm going to cry? And I'm like, it's because I haven't seen the sun in like 2 days.
It feels like longer.
It feels like longer. And I also know that it's going to be longer because it's supposed to rain for the next like week.
Yeah.
And I can't
insanity.
handle it.
The fact that there's snow
Yeah.
in
There is
Riverside,
snow
there's
in San
snow
Bernardino.
in San Bernardino. Honestly, fuck you.
Fuck you.
I know how I can make this stop.
Okay.
Please share.
So I do not have a winter coat.
Yes, same.
The
Yeah.
second you buy one.
The second I buy one.
Yeah.
Could you
it's
get your
over.
ass out and get one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, immediately?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I can't handle it. I really can't. And like, I know people who are just like, oh, I love the rain. I'm like, first of all, fuck you. Why do you
Yeah.
live here?
Yeah.
Go away. Go
Wait,
live somewhere else.
That's me. And I feel very
Sorry.
offended that you literally just said that so aggressively,
Well,
knowing that I am the one.
I have to tell
but
you,
I will
I
tell
mean
you
it.
it's too much.
It is.
It's just too much.
One day every now and
That's
then
right.
where you can like cozy soup
That's
and
right.
stuff
That's
like that. Completely fine.
Our
Absolutely.
1
It
week
has
a
been
year is perfect.
Yes.
1 week.
We
a
had that
year.
already. We got that
had
the
it.
first week of January. We're
And
done.
I was happy. I was
Yeah.
done. I was like celebrating that 1 week.
Well, we weren't going anywhere
Great.
anyway.
Exactly. It was beautiful, lovely, great. Move on. Done. I am fucking done.
You got me canceling plans out here because I've finally gotten into the place. Like we went out on Wednesday night and I was like, I don't know. Like I was so
And had
stressed out
so
about
much
it.
fun.
Had so much fun. And then we had plans to go out on Friday and I'm like, look,
Ready.
the bitch is back. We are
Yep.
going
Yes,
out,
we're
right?
going out.
Like life
Yep.
is
Twice
back.
a week. And I was
Twice.
like,
And then we had to cancel our plans because of fucking rain.
It was like flood city.
they said life-threatening
Yeah.
situation. And
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think that means our dinner plans
Yes.
are going to happen.
Yeah, they were like, don't leave your house unless you're being evacuated.
Yeah.
He's like, oh,
Oh, shit.
Okay.
But what about our dinner plans?
yeah, but
Does that
I was
mean
really going to get a really nice veggie flatbread. I
had
can't. No?
already been looking at the menu
Yeah.
and decided kind of options that I wanted
Yeah.
to eat. So I felt really put out.
I actually
Wow.
got really upset whenever, like later after plans were canceled and I was in my PJs sitting on the couch and I opened my phone to do something and it was the on the 30 menu. And I was like,
how dare you?
so mad.
Yeah, we were doing a thing, a friend thing. It was like we're bringing a
We're
new
meeting
friend,
new people.
Yeah.
I was very
people.
excited.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
Wow.
dare the rain? We sound so spoiled right now.
Listen,
Yeah.
It's first
I
world
don't
problems.
care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Because this isn't first world problems. This is every world problems.
Yeah,
this
it's
is
true.
like
This is global
Insane.
warming problem. This is
Yes.
climate change problems.
yeah,
yes,
Yes.
insanity.
Yeah.
Insanity.
In happier news, I just read in People that Common and Jennifer Hudson might be dating.
Love
I
it.
love that. Look, I don't ever try to, push people in the direction of having children, but I'm like, if those two had a baby, the talent
Yeah,
just
that's
gonna
like
be
Mozart
vibrating
level.
Yeah.
Did they have
Yeah.
a Maxwell? Is that what that equals?
A Maxwell? Oh, Maxwell. Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's where I'm cheering for that relationship.
me too. That's
Yeah.
a beautiful relationship.
Yeah.
I think she is so pretty.
God,
Dude,
the two of them together.
Yeah.
I
Hot.
love it. I
Hot.
fucking love it.
I cried all through. Now, the Aretha Franklin movie itself was not good, but she sang the shit out of those songs.
Of course she
Of
did.
course, I
Yeah.
cried whenever somebody does something really
Yep.
good. That's the reason why I've had that Whitney Houston movie to watch for forever. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Gotta be right there.
yeah, I'm going to cry through the whole thing.
You need to catch me at the right exact moment.
Yeah, she makes me like something specifically about the way she sings makes me cry. Like something.
Yeah.
I mean, I cry. I'm like you. Like I cry anytime I see anybody doing good.
Getting goosebumps thinking about
it.
her singing.
This is also how I feel. And the way I've seen this clip 100 million times. I watched the movie, The 7 Steps from Greatness or whatever. It's the backup singers, and the backup singer
yeah.
20 feet from
20 feet from
stardom.
stardom.
Thank you.
So
like 7
20 steps from greatness.
I don't know.
Same thing.
Something.
20 Feet from Stardom. If you have not seen that
Wow.
documentary, it's
powerful.
so worth watching.
But that clip is going around again with her, the woman who does the backup for the
yes.
Rolling Stones.
And when they
I just got goosebumps.
isolate the track,
Just
and
stop.
it's just her, and you're like, oh my god,
that cut on her scream, I'm like, oh.
And she tells the story where she's like, they woke me up in the middle of
7
the night.
months
She came
pregnant.
in with rollers.
Yep.
Yeah.
7 months pregnant.
She's like,
just
yeah,
railed
all
it.
right.
And then they got it. Basically, that's what they say. They got it in the first run. They were like, absolutely. She's like, give me one more.
Yeah.
And it was just, it's iconic.
Yeah.
It's fucking iconic.
Well, it's what makes that song. That song would be
100%.
nothing without her.
It's perfection.
Yeah.
Ugh. But yeah, that shit gives me goosebumps for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are just some people when you hear them or see them. I mean, it's why like I will cry every time I watch like X Factor or So You Think You Can Dance or any of those shows.
You're doing so good.
Oh my god.
Same. I cannot watch talent shows.
Yeah. No.
Because I just literally am a puddle of mess of just I just want everybody to do their best and do so good. I'm like totally that mom, the Christian, you're doing so good.
I want everybody to win. It's why I have a hard time with sports. Because I literally get so sad where I'm just like, oh, but the other team is so sad.
Yeah.
Wow.
They didn't win. They're so sad.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I feel like that too. Yeah, I want everybody to win. There's enough wins out there for everybody, right?
Participation trophies all around.
I guess this might be where my Aries kicks in.
Competitive.
Yeah, the
Yes.
competitive.
Yeah. It's true.
Oh my
Speaking of
gosh.
Aries, we learned
Oh God,
recently.
this is heartbreaking
I mean,
news, guys.
It's not. It's spectacular. It's fine.
I wouldn't call it spectacular.
Wow, I still am here.
No, Cassie,
Second
listen.
time you come for me today.
Look, it's not that Pedro Pascal is an
Should
Aries.
I move away? Like, should I scoot around the table? And
I'm not actually opposed to dating an Aries. I never have before. And as a Pisces, I'm like, it might work. Like, it might be okay. I'm not opposed to it. It's that he is a Aries sun, a Gemini rising, and a Capricorn moon. And that combination just feels
I love
like
it.
a lot, doesn't it?
I'm a Gemini with an Aries rising and a Taurus moon.
Wait,
It's
you're an Aries
with a Gemini rising and a Taurus moon. It's almost the same fucking thing.
I mean,
I am
male,
right here.
I'm a
male and
Capricorn
females are
moon.
different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I have friends obviously with Aries, like women, but like I would not date an Aries man again.
With that Gemini rising, that's so fun.
That's
You know,
fun.
that's
Like
fun.
you might burn your house down. Fun. I
I
mean,
love it.
genuinely.
Listen, Pedro, I don't want you to worry. I'm still here for you. This is Cassie speaking. We're not filming this, so I just want to be clear that I am still here for you, Daddy.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go on record and say that of just chart by chart, I think I might be the safest bet at this table. I'm just saying.
Oh,
For Pedro. I feel like
Wow.
Pedro. Listen, I
Wow.
feel like
I gotta be honest, as an Aries, same almost exactly. I've dated a Pisces. Would never recommend that for us at all.
Fine.
Sorry.
Guess it's up to me then.
You're like, I've done it before. I'll
I've
do it
done
again.
it before and I'll do it again.
Only for Pedro though.
Only.
Yeah,
Oh,
seriously.
Yeah.
The only exception.
Yeah.
The fact that both of us are Capricorn moons, I feel like our emotional emotions
damage.
we're gonna be at an emotional standoff the entire time where it's just like neither we're just constantly scheduling our emotions for later. That's all we're doing. It's just
Yeah,
like
push
never
that back.
dealing with
Pushing
anything.
them up.
Bury that deep down and never bring it up
Yeah.
again.
No, I was talking to you guys earlier about these TikToks that are now I've pushed through Pedro Pascal
Thirst
talk
Yeah.
into Pedro Pascal and Oscar Isaac friendship thirst
Are
talk,
you
and I'm like
losing
vibrating, legitimately just going
Well,
through my
listen.
day moist.
Is there a hotter couple of Friends?
Hold
Is
on.
there a hotter Friends couple?
We
You know,
need
like
to
there's
look
the
up his
classic. There's the classic Ben and Matt, right?
Yeah, and then you've got Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart,
hot.
who are a hot,
it.
like zaddy older couple, and I love them.
Oh, Oscar Isaac's a Pisces.
Oh, mine.
You can have him.
Mine.
You take him.
Yeah,
Mine.
he's yours.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Cassie and I will share Pedro, and we'll
Listen,
just.
we'll deal with the consequences
Yeah.
as they come, and I'm fine with that.
Actually,
If we tag team, I think we can handle it. I really do.
We got this. I'll take the spicy days. Or maybe you should take the spicy
I'll take
days.
the spicy days.
Keep it normal, and I'll take the sad days.
Yes. Oh, Oscar Isaac is a Pisces.
Yeah, March 9th.
Yep. That's claim.
I can't do
You're
it.
gonna schedule him into your day.
Yes.
Capricorn.
Hey, I am a powerful manifester, so
Oh,
just
shit.
gonna put that out there.
Honestly, when's the next full moon? I feel like we could do a ritual.
Yeah, I'm getting crystals.
His birthday's the day before Eric's.
Yeah.
That's
It's Amy's
solid.
birthday. Our friend Amy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Handyman's was March 2nd.
God, you love
God
a Pisces.
damn.
You
do.
really
Wow.
do.
Wow.
Amazing.
It works.
We'll save
works
him
for
you.
me.
Listen,
So,
we'll save him for you.
Yeah.
okay.
All yours.
He's yours. You've laid claim.
There's a dog for every Beth, and I think we've just
Yeah.
we decided that very early
I have
on.
licked it, therefore it is mine.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We should let Isaac know. Isaac, Oscar.
Yes.
That's what we call him.
That's what we call him.
Yeah,
yeah.
we're so
As good
close.
friends.
Good friends of Isaac.
This is chaos.
Oh man.
Really is. So, I mean, who do we fuck, marry, kill? Are we going to do iconic friend duos?
Yes. Iconic friend duos.
Oh man.
The ambiguously gay duo. I don't know what made me think of that.
You know, I don't know, and I know that we did her not that long ago, and I don't know if they're actually friends, but I want to believe it. And that would be Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, classic.
I
do
love that.
I want to believe that they're really good friends in real life.
I want that for us.
Me too.
That's a good one.
That'll
I
be
think I
fun
already
time.
figured out who I'm gonna fuck.
So then, of course, do we have to throw Pedro and Oscar in there?
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, I do feel like our listeners are gonna be like, we get it,
yeah, we do get it.
but tough.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
you give
You give us a
your own
microphone?
show.
Yeah, you give us a microphone, please.
It's our show.
We're gonna-
We do all the work here, literally. So.
and Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shout
Sorry.
out to
That's
Thomas.
right. That's right.
Thank God for him. Okay. And then one more.
What about Brad Pitt and George Clooney?
Oh.
Brad and George. Ooh, now we've made it the impossible.
Yeah. Impossible sauce.
Ooh.
Good luck. Oh my God. Honestly, what have I done? Oh no.
No, now we've made it.
Oh fuck.
I
Impossible.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. First of all, we know that my dream is MMF. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah, no, I know exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay, you go, because
Okay.
my brain stopped working actually.
yeah.
I am going to marry Oscar Isaac and Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
Pedro can come over for rotisserie time. But I'm going to live with Oscar because I think the Pisces Cap thing, it's going to work out the
Also,
best.
you're an earth sign. You're going to bring a balance to that mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's a good.
I feel like it is a triangle. It's a powerful pyramid. It'll work.
It's a triangle.
Yeah.
It is a triangle because the pyramid
Yes.
actually has 4 sides, so that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Power triangle.
And I am going to fuck Cardi and Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
And my God,
It's gonna be
that's
a-
gonna be
You're gonna have to
So
change the
fun.
sheets in the middle.
yeah. We're
Right?
laying towels down.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
Exactly.
like, I didn't know I could squirt.
They would teach you.
Yeah, they
they'd be
would.
like,
They would teach me a lot of
things.
A lot
yeah,
of things.
they're gonna. I mean, and I've seen Cardi is not shy about showing that tongue off. And,
Yeah.
what it do?
Ooh, what it do? So yeah, and then I'm gonna kill Brad and George. I just don't think that I would have as much fun with them, or B, I feel like in the other two situations I could be myself more than I would feel.
Yeah, we
like
know
I
how you
would-
feel about George.
Well,
you gotta
hold
have
your farts.
Yeah, you got to hold your farts for the rest of your life. So
Yeah. So yeah.
This is really hard.
I think I know what I'm going to do. And as the fellow like geography nerd, history nerd, I do feel that the Brad and George combo fits that. Like there's a nice glass of scotch vibe that I get with the two of them.
Okay.
And I think that I don't know. Like I just feel
I hear exactly what you're saying.
Like travel.
And
I'm getting travel vibes.
They do have an older gentleman energy that
Which
is
I like.
is
You know, I like.
calming. Of the three, they're the most like they're going to be most chill.
Yes. Which I need.
Yes.
But it does not mean that I do not want to be part of this rotisserie that
Yeah,
you've talked
you
about.
want to be in that sandwich.
Goddamn.
Sandwich. I get it.
That Pedro Oscar sandwich.
I get it.
Sounds just delightful.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And I will be honest, Pedro's probably the only person alive that I would call daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I couldn't call George that.
Oh.
I don't feel like it. I feel like, I mean, unless he asked me to.
Wow, you folded immediately. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Well, unless he asked me.
Twist my arm. Oh man, this is actually really hard because I see both sides here because part of me is just like I would have a much chiller life. I think with George and Brad, which sometimes I like a slower energy.
I can't. There's no. I know myself. First of all, I'm too fucking old to be keeping up with a
Cardi and Megan
Are
thing.
you fucking
oh my gosh!
kidding? I could never keep up. I would be embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for myself to even think that I could even join that.
You
my
see,
gosh! That's why
I think I could.
I could hold a camera, and that's about the only thing I could do in that room.
And I think shit would get
my
off
toxic
the fucking
trait
rails.
is not remembering how old I am.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean? Where I was talking about that, where I was just like, 30 years ago, the 70s, right? You know, I'm like, wait, no.
I'm pretty good at matching energies. And the problem with that is that if I'm matching energies with Cardi and Megan, we're getting shit
arrested.
We're getting arrested.
Yeah.
We're getting arrested.
I'm bailing you out.
Things are gonna get fucking crazy.
Yeah.
George and I will come down with our bail money.
Yeah. I would have to be the voice of reason in that trio. And they're very strong personalities. I don't know that I could stop them. They're a tornado. You know. Gosh, that makes I can't marry them. They're off the table. Like it's just the energy would be far too much.
Yeah. I can't, and I'm good at matching energy too.
I want to know what they're.
I have to know.
We looked up Cardi not that long ago because we did do her for FMK. I know what the responsible thing to do is, but you know what? This is imaginary, and we don't have to do that.
Wait, we don't actually have
to go through with it. So I'm gonna do the same thing you did, Christina. I'm gonna make a very questionable decision to marry a Pisces and an Aries.
Megan Thee
Stallion's an Aquarius. I knew that actually.
With Leo moon.
With a Leo moon. Okay. And what's Cardi? We did look her up once.
She is
a Libra. Oh, you got two air signs.
Yeah,
an Aquarius and a Libra and a Pisces. We are gonna die. Yeah, like nobody is holding us to the ground at all.
No,
like,
can you imagine with a fire sign? Have you seen a fire tornado?
She's an Aries moon too. She's a Libra sun. Aries.
God. No, I can't do it. I will fuck them.
Yeah,
because that is gonna be so spicy. And also with Megan Thee Stallion being an Aquarius and Cardi B being a Libra, the conversation actually is going to get real cool. Actually, I think
it'll be so fun.
They're going to talk about weird shit. Brad is a Sag.
Yeah. I like that for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna do what you did, Christina. I'm gonna fuck Cardi and Megan Thee Stallion. It's gonna be a crazy time. I'm gonna look like that like fucked up Barbie at the end of it. Have you seen that like meme of that Barbie where she's all like ugh, and her hair's all fucked up and her makeup's all fucked up? I'm gonna be stumbling out of the house that, heels in hand.
Somehow you lost one shoe. You no way you come home with both shoes.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, limping.
That's a one shoe.
Yeah, literally for sure. Yeah, but it'll be really fun. I'm going to make the very questionable decision of marrying Oscar Isaac and Pedro because I can't not do it.
Right.
Like, I just can't.
Yeah.
And it makes me laugh every time I see that clip of Pedro Pascal from the
Unbearable. Yes.
Weight of Massive Talent where he's just smiling. And I'm
That-
like, oh, I'm done.
Adorable.
I'm fucking done.
So fun.
I have to. I simply must.
Yeah.
So we're gonna give that a shot.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
You have to try it.
I don't know if it'll be successful, but we're gonna try.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
try. There's gonna be a lot of Pisces energy in that house.
I mean, let's put it this way. George is a Taurus and Brad is Sagittarius. I feel good.
That's
with
a good
that
for you.
energy.
Yeah.
Oh, that is very
That's
good
good
for
energy
you.
for me.
Yeah.
And I love, like, I actually think that would have been the responsible choice for me.
Yes, it would have.
But
you know,
I'm not here to make good decisions.
I'm here for. I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good
A
time.
good time. Mhm. Yeah, you know, like
I didn't come here to make friends.
anything. That's right. I didn't come here to make friends. Anything could happen to me at any time. And when
That's
that
right.
day comes, I want to know that
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was
Dude.
married to Oscar Isaac and Pedro Pascal.
It's the throuple we all
love
want.
you guys, and I have been listening, but I've also been thinking the spiciest things in my head
Yeah.
of just I'm like, well, if I was this
You're
way,
like, I have been. I have been listening. You have not been listening.
You've not been
You've
listening.
not
No.
been listening.
I've been thinking of different positions
Oh,
with
no.
Oscar Isaac and Pedro Pascal. Busted.
Listen.
So
Wow.
Yeah, and
So do you
also-
need to take break and
I mean,
come back with fun?
Yeah.
yes, I need to take 5, and then we'll come back with stories.
And we're back. Okay, I will kick us off with stories. And we're going to have thoughts about this.
Okay,
great.
And yeah, so let me know what you think.
Okay.
This is the most embarrassing date for me.
Okay.
I always dated dudes on the more unattractive side. But at least you know. At
Okay.
least you know.
No,
You know what I mean? Yeah,
I mean,
like how it goes.
That's fine.
My question is, if you find them unattractive, why?
Because maybe maybe they're really smart. Maybe they're good conversationalists.
And then why would you lead with their attractive qualities first? Why wouldn't you just be like, I usually date smart guys? That feels weird,
Oh,
right? You know,
well, yeah.
like I only date uglies.
I don't know, because like if you say I only date smart guys, then that insinuates that smart guys can't also be like, I don't know.
Well, only if we know that ugly is the statement, right? I guess that you
This
this is
must
a weird
be relevant down the line.
Sorry,
Yes.
sorry.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I cut you really early.
I always dated dudes on the more unattractive side, but this guy was extremely hot, so I was quite nervous. It was our first date, and he picked me up for dinner. On the way, he found a historic neighborhood and wanted to drive through it. I actually love that.
I do
Driving
too.
through neighborhoods,
Love
looking
it.
at old
We've-
houses.
Love
We've
it.
talked about
Yep.
German Village and
Yeah.
Columbus, Ohio, like how
Listen,
cool
you
these
and I
little-
would drive through the hills.
Right.
Love it.
Yeah, I do love that. It was very dark out, and I was feeling spooked because there was an abandoned insane asylum in that area.
spooky.
He parked in the asylum parking lot,
No.
and I
no.
asked him if we can leave because I was scared.
I don't like that.
I had that feeling in the pit of my stomach you get when you're watching a scary movie and you know something is about to pop out. I asked him multiple times if we can leave, and he kept trying to spook me even
No,
more
get the fuck out of here.
That's not okay.
by saying
Disrespectful.
there was a figure in the window or he sees a TV on inside the abandoned
No.
building. Then there was complete silence, and a cat fell from a tree and landed on the hood of the car.
I'd have pissed myself.
Yep.
Safely, luckily, she says. Thank you for letting us know. The cat's okay. But it scared the absolute bejesus out of me. So I was screaming, and naturally tears came with it. He was like, Jesus, I didn't know you were that scared.
Are you?
Ew.
Fuck you.
Isn't that fucking disgusting?
You.
You told him you were scared and you wanted to leave.
Oh wow, that is so fucking.
And that's a
pissing me
scary,
off.
like, look, we all have different tolerances for this kind of thing. Some people can't tolerate this sort of thing at all.
You're also in a car in the dark in
Alone.
a weird
With a
situation
stranger.
with a stranger.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
And a cat fell out of a tree.
That's-
on top of your car.
I'm sorry. If I was in the car with Chris and that happened, I'd probably scream.
Yeah.
I might not have gone to tears, but I would have probably screamed.
Right, but she's been saying that she's scared, and like this is not like
It's not funny, dude.
no, it's not
You're
funny.
not cool with your cool bro
And
behavior.
It's one of those things we were talking about. We just recorded our movie episode, and we were talking about there are those like little triggers. Like one of them for me is whenever somebody is just like, guess this thing, and you're like, I don't want to, and they're like, guess, like they're pushing you. I feel the same way about like this kind of thing when they're just like, oh, are you scared? Are you that?
Yeah.
And you like, they're pushing you. They're not listening to what you're saying, which is that like, you think you're doing one thing, which you think is cute or whatever, but I am communicating with you that like,
That's
don't
not the
like
scenario
this.
here.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be doing this. I'm not playing a game with you because I think that this is fun or
Listen
funny.
to me.
I'm telling you that I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like I hate it.
Well,
I
we
hate
know
it. I
my
hate it.
trigger is not being believed. So,
And it goes hand in hand with that, where it's just like,
100%.
I'm fucking telling you this thing and you keep acting like it's cute.
It's not
And
cute.
it's not cute. Yeah. He was like, Jesus, I didn't know you were that scared. So he dropped me off at home and we never actually went out on our date.
Good.
I was embarrassed and blamed myself for being the problem. But actually he didn't respect that I was feeling scared and asked to leave. That's the thing is she wrote this story in like, she's the worst date. Like she's like, I was embarrassed. Like I was acting so embarrassing.
That guy should be embarrassed.
honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly,
No,
for
you
being
were-
a bully and
Yeah.
like an asshole.
Yeah, you were communicating like what you wanted or needed in that situation, and he wasn't respecting you.
And it's also, it's like, I don't get why it's a bad thing to be scared. That's like a natural response to a dangerous environment. You're in an abandoned place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're every right
It's
to
not
be
like
scared.
he took you to the hometown buffet
And then you
parking lot, you're like,
screamed and
oh
cried.
my God, I'm so scared.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean-
like, okay, I mean,
I am nowadays. how low's that sneeze guard go? He gets a twice touched tri-tip. Fuck it.
I believe that's thrice touched tri-tip.
Oh my God.
That's why they call it tri-tip.
Oh, disgusting.
Are buffets even still around?
I don't know.
Or
I feel like they
COVID
are
kill
in
them all?
Vegas.
Oh yeah, probably.
Really?
But yeah, I don't know. I do know that there is an Asian buffet that we went to like ages and ages ago that completely is huge, and it completely closed down during COVID, obviously. But there was a big banner that said it was now open. So, but I don't know. Do you serve yourself or like?
I don't go. Is
No,
what I would
yeah,
do.
true.
I was like,
I'm gonna avoid that. Yeah,
yeah.
like the plague.
But
Yeah, there we go. I went to the bar with my friends one night, and I happened to be very drunk and upset about this one guy I liked. I later saw this one girl who was super cool. We got along super well. I had seen her before at the bar, and we always had drunken conversations in the bathroom.
that's one thing that
Dude,
I love.
I
Yep.
haven't had that experience in a while.
Too long.
And it's been too long. But the conversations that you get to get into in the bathroom when you're a little tipsy, I think, just
You're gonna
chef's
find
kiss.
selfies on your phone with strangers the next day in the bathroom. That's happened to me before.
No one will hype you up more too.
No.
No.
Oh, girl. Like, yes. They're like, bitch, you look
fuck
amazing.
that man. He's garbage. And that's exactly the conversations they had in the bathroom
Right.
about guys in life. So she was nice in person, and I figured it would be nice to make a new friend. We never really knew each other on a first name basis, but this time she put her number in my phone. So I thought, and all my friends and her friends could go hang out on the town one night downtown. Right?
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So the next day, super hungover, and I didn't remember much from the night before. And I got a text from someone called Sam saying, "Hey,
Sam. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Gender neutral name.
hey, hope your hangover isn't so bad. We should meet up for drinks one day." Assuming I made a new friend, I was happy and responded. But later, I noticed her texts got a bit weird, and she wanted to.
You're like, it's like that.
She wanted to meet up for dinner and watch a movie.
Oh.
The overall tone changed, and I kept telling my other
This is
friends,
not your,
"This is
this is not your bathroom, girlfriend.
is this weird? Is this like a date?" Never had gone on a date before, and they were 50-50. Some said it was weird. Others said she was definitely being just friendly, and others were like, she's definitely trying to take you on a date.
Dinner and a movie
I-
for
no. With a
for
bathroom friend? No.
for first time. That's
First time hanging
intimate.
out with your bathroom friend is you're going to another bar.
a different bar
That,
with
a different
all your
bar
friends.
with your friends
Yeah.
the next
Yes.
weekend. That's
Yes.
what
Or
you're doing.
you're going to meet up at that bar again.
Yes.
Like, oh, hey, we're going to the blah, blah, blah tonight.
Intentionally
Yeah.
meet up with them.
Yes.
Yes.
We're going to the blah, blah, blah tonight. Are you going to be there?
You are
That's
not
what
doing
you do with your bathroom
You are
friend.
not doing a movie, dinner and a movie
Yeah.
with your not the first time.
So tried to politely invite some of our friends to accompany us to kind of see where
Poor guys. Like,
this is one or not. But she seemed to get upset that I always tried to invite my friends. So I ended up agreeing to dinner, to the dinner thing, and would just go on my own. I thought it was me just being silly anyways. So when I show up to the restaurant where I'm supposed to meet Sam, I looked around where she was to see where she was sitting, but I see some guy waving me over.
hi.
And I was so confused. I walked over and he knew my name, which was weirder. It all started to click. And once I recognized his face, I thought I was texting her, but it was actually another guy I had met that night at the same night. I didn't remember giving him my number, so I blurted out, "I thought you were a girl."
Oh no.
That's good for the good old self-esteem.
Oh, great. So I ended up explaining to him the story about how I thought that he was this girl that I had met in the bathroom, and we laughed about it. So that was my actual first date I had, which was also a very awkward one.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I think I'd be awkward about that too.
Yeah.
If like you're texting what you think is somebody's like your bathroom friend and that you're like, wait.
It would be weird. It would be super
so
weird.
insistent?
And then I would get really in my head because like this has happened to me before where like I'll look back on a situation later thinking that like a girl was just being like nice to me. And then I'm like, oh no, she was hitting on me. You know what I mean? Like, and you just don't know all the time because that's how we are together. We're always like, oh girl, you look amazing. You look so beautiful. And then you look back on it later and you're like, was she flirting with me actually?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like unsure. And you're like,
So if I got those texts, I would be like, oh, I misread this entire interaction with this girl in the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's what I would
I
think.
might show up on this date.
I mean, I might show up.
Was she good looking?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This guy says, so I had a bad stomach all day before going out on a date. We were in a pub and I kept having to go to the toilet.
Oh, no.
It got embarrassing. So I decided, this is his solution. Instead of saying, I'm not feeling well, let's reschedule or to keep going to the bathroom or anything like that. This is the decision.
Okay.
To just force myself to hold it in.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like that's going to pan out. That's going to pan out.
Get it all backed up.
Literally. It'll be fine. Plug it up.
Yep. After about an hour of sweating through the bubble guts, she said she had to go home because she was up early for college.
Oh no!
Started to walk her home, but the cramps got
Honey, you don't need to walk her. Like,
you know what? Just catch a cab.
Yeah, I'll call you an Uber. I'll pay for it.
Yeah,
just I need to go.
And then you just like freaking
waddle,
crab walk. Oh my god! So I started to walk her home, but the cramps got unbearable. Plus, the pressure buildup around my ass was intense.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! You're like, pinch it off, and you're walking. The noise. It's more like.
The next line is.
Oh no!
It just started coming out.
Oh. No,
I've never been in that.
We got a leaker.
Oh,
I haven't either.
No.
I haven't either.
Like,
knock
thank
on wood.
God.
Thank God.
Just
I had to try and ignore it and walk normally.
baby.
Sir.
You gotta just call it a day. Call her an Uber. Say, you know,
walk on. I'm not. Just keep walking.
I got a cramp. Got a cramp in my.
I'll see you later. It's nice to meet you, Emily, and we'll talk soon. What is happening?
Oh no!
I could definitely smell it, and so could she.
No.
What's that?
It must be a sewer around here.
That's so much worse. Like, just.
Oh my God. I decided to just let it all go.
Oh.
And pretend nothing happened.
But no.
Nothing to see here. This is normal. What?
Also, the discomfort of shitting in your pants
In public,
like
while walking walking on a date and just
like liquid shit.
You're like, well, this is me now.
Nothing. And ignore it.
It's happening.
No big deal.
It's happening.
No big deal.
It's like that scene in Bridesmaids where she's just in the street and you just have to that moment of acceptance where you're just like, it's happening.
Dude, in public. Oh my God.
Just liquid. Hot liquid.
Hot liquid. Oh my God. I decided to just let it go and pretend nothing happened, but the ferocity of it made so much noise.
No.
She stopped and stared at me.
Honey.
So she's like, something's happening. It's like a werewolf transformation.
I'm leaving you at that point. I'm like, I'm ending this date.
Yeah,
like
for
you don't.
your sake.
You don't need to feel like.
Oh my God.
But also, like, no, you. I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
I have
Can we
so
call
much-
911?
I have empathy for him, but I'm also like, you made a decision to allow your shit to flow freely right now.
To not like run away into somebody's bushes or something.
Okay.
You're literally walking and shitting yourself and you're like,
you're like, the weather we're having, huh? Like, no, we're not having small talk while you are actively shitting.
Literally.
No.
Yeah. Oh. She asked if I was okay.
No.
But it just kept on coming. See a fucking volcano.
And then I died. The way I would pretend to pass out and just die.
Yeah.
Well, I'm dead now. So you should go home.
How is he intending on getting home? Like he's gonna walk home himself in shitty pants, or he's gonna get in his car in shitty pants, or he's gonna get in someone else's car in shitty pants.
Yeah, the shitty pants need to be dealt with.
They need to be dealt with immediately.
So I told her what's going on and how I was sore all day and that I had to suffer through the date. She seemed really understanding. She even took me in her house and let me shower.
Oh.
Gave me a pair of her brother's jeans too, which was really kind of her.
Oh my God.
That's very nice.
When I left the bathroom, I heard her mom say,
"Oh no.
What on earth is that?"
Oh no.
That on the carpet.
No.
I heard them both whisper.
No. Oh no. No.
Shit on her carpet.
Down the stairs I go and find shit all over the carpet. It had just trickled down my leg on my shoes. I actually just left without saying goodbye.
That's so not okay. After everything she has done for you.
Oh my God.
Waiting at the bus stop, I realized I had been so nervous and ashamed that I left my shitty jeans in her bathroom.
No. Oh my God.
Well, that's what you get. Good Samaritan.
God.
Just got, you're trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Trying to be a kind person.
Now you got
to clean up someone
shitty
else's
pants
shit.
all over the carpet. And that mom's like, what is
Teresa.
that? Oh my God.
That's horrifying.
Yeah.
But yeah, why? What's wrong with you that you're like, I'm going to make, of all the decisions you could have made,
just letting
fine.
It happen. Just
this
letting
is fine
it go.
Is not the decision.
This is
like, it's really not. It's because it's just like you really didn't play the long. You were not thinking more than one step ahead.
No,
because like you're like, you didn't even think about like, what am I going to do with my pants?
Right. How am I going to get home?
How am I going to get home?
He took the bus home. So he was going shitty.
My God. He was going to shit. No.
That's why nobody takes a bus here in America. People in other countries just don't understand. Mm-hmm. Here it is.
No. As a former bus person, because the first few years I lived in LA, I didn't have a car. And like, that is the stuff of nightmares, is that somebody's going to squishy butt sit down next to you on a bus.
Something like that too. The smell, it just like the particles in the air. And I'm like, no, this is...
You go back into your bathroom though, and dude has left his shitty pants.
After you were so nice.
This is why there needs to be a review system for like dates where you're just like...
Stuff happens.
I get it.
Body stuff happens.
She sounds like she was understanding.
She was
totally she was like, oh my God, that's awful.
I would have been like, why didn't you go in the bushes or whatever?
Yeah, I would have been judgier than her.
that a little bit and been like, you didn't have to shit on yourself. Like you could have shit somewhere. Like you could have communicated. Like I get it. We shit. Everyone shits.
I mean, honestly, but if she's like that kind of understanding person, he really could have just been like, hey, you know, like I'm really not feeling well. I think maybe I'm coming down with something. Can we reschedule?
Yeah.
And like just ended the date before it got to that place.
There's
like,
a million things that could have gone right. Nothing did.
Walking and shitting.
Oh my God.
I don't even think I'm capable of walking and shitting.
I was just thinking the same
can
thing.
You? Like, what are the mechanics of that?
Having sex standing up. I don't think that you can do those things. Maybe.
Like,
I don't know.
I feel like you'd have to stop.
You gotta be really fucking sick.
To, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think I've told that story before on this podcast about a friend's little brother who shit himself walking before. So I guess it can happen. But yeah. Decisions were made.
Decisions were made.
Wasn't on a date though, was it?
No, it wasn't. It was too much fair food.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
That will do it.
Yeah, he was wearing shorts, so it just
so
came
I
right
didn't
out.
have far to travel. It just, there was nothing keeping that contained.
No, yeah, and whatever wasn't, he was reaching in and
No.
I'm sorry. You just mimed for our
what?
listeners. Christina just mimed reaching into your butt crack and throwing fistfuls of shit.
yes,
No.
yes,
I get
yes,
No.
yes.
Imagine just walking around minding your own business at the fucking fair.
And here's a kid.
You just get hit in the face with shit.
You're holding a cotton candy.
Your jug of root beer.
Fucking, you're off the rails. This episode is a mess. Get it together. Oh, no.
Literally.
Oh my God.
No, his stomach hurt so bad.
Yeah.
That he was going.
You know they have bathrooms at the fair?
No, they had left the fair. They were on their way home, and this was happening on the way home. And so he sprinted off to like basically like to try to make it to the shitter in time, and he didn't. And like so he
Just
kept
trails
like
of
logs just kept coming out that he was just grabbing and throwing in people's fucking yards.
Would you ever? I've never. I can honestly say, like, never intentionally have I touched my own shit.
No. Never. Literally never.
No. No.
No. I fucking hate this.
The only time I've actively like
so awful. It's so gross. Wait, what are you about to say? I don't know if I'm prepared for what you're about to say. Because the way you came in was like, there's a caveat to this. Hold on. Hold your beer. What?
The only time I've ever interacted with my shit.
Why?
Has been to like look at it.
Oh.
If it's like I remember
you
I
think
started
something's
doing
wrong?
a green drink and I forgot that I had a green drink and my shit was like grass.
Yeah.
It looked like grass.
Yeah.
And I was really
Googling, am I okay?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I had to like take the
No.
toilet
No.
brush
No.
to like move the toilet paper because I was like, what is going on with my shit? That's as much as
This is why none of us can run for office. This podcast,
No.
there's too much
could have done
information.
so much for this country too.
Yeah.
Really.
There's too much information out there. Like, we were talking to, and we're getting off the subject, but when we were talking to
Off the subject, off the fucking rails.
I mean, no,
truly.
we were talking to some people we did a double date with, and they were saying how like when they're done, they're just gonna like hard delete their whole podcast. They're like, we're taking everything, scrubbing the internet.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't think that that's even possible.
No.
At this point,
No,
it's
out
too
there.
widespread. Everyone knows too much.
Yep. Wow. I think we need to take
It's time. We gotta take a break.
And we're back.
And Cassie's really being very intense with me right now. Okay.
I'm ready to hear your story.
Alrighty. So I'm going to tell you the story of Estibaliz Carranza.
Wow.
Heard this one? You know about this thing? Okay. So Estibaliz Carranza, who went by Esti, so that's what we're going to call her throughout this story.
This sounds familiar. Esti.
Yeah, Esti, which I actually think is very cute.
It's very cute.
Name. Was born on September 6th, 1978, so she's a Virgo.
Ooh. And she's my birth year.
Mm-hmm.
Same age.
She was born in Mexico City, but the family had to flee Mexico when Esti was really young because her dad was a journalist who was like really outspoken and very critical. You know the story?
I do.
Not an at me.
Yes.
Yeah, he was very critical of the Mexican government. So before they fled, they actually had like an armed raid take place at their house, which was very traumatizing for the entire family. But Esti was really little. So, I mean, you are having your like safety kind of, called into question. Yeah, like very young. So they took off for Spain. They settled in Barcelona. And the transition was said to have been really difficult for the family because the cost of living in Barcelona was so much higher than Mexico City. And her dad was like a well-respected journalist in Mexico City. So he was kind of having to like build his cred back up in Barcelona. Also, he was having to work twice as hard to make the same amount of money to keep the family kind of like afloat and make ends meet. So this put a lot of strain on the family as a whole, but it also put a lot of strain on Esti and her dad's relationship. He was extremely irritable. And so Esti would later say that if she wanted to spend any time in her dad's presence, she would basically have to pretend like she didn't exist. Like she had to be like really quiet.
Invisible.
Because if she made any noise at all, he would get upset with her for disturbing his work because he was like working all the time. So she had a pretty bad, just not the worst home life we've ever talked about, but like not the best home life either. And then in addition to that, she wasn't having a good time at school, even though in my opinion, she's like really beautiful, actually. Like she got bullied a lot because she's from Mexico. Like she just didn't fit in well, like at school. After finishing school, kids are jerks. Yeah, they'll find any reason.
Yeah.
After finishing school, she went on to attend the University of Barcelona, where she studied economics, but she didn't even really want to go to college. Like she didn't care about any of this stuff. She certainly didn't want to study economics. Her dad basically was like, you're going to go to the University of Barcelona and you're going to study economics.
Great, Dad.
Like I can basically see.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm triggered. I can basically see like, he's a writer. He's probably like, do not.
Anything but this.
Anything but this.
Yeah.
Go into economics. It's very stable.
Business.
Business. So while at the University of Barcelona, she'd been with this same guy basically the whole time. So they'd been together for about 5 years. It was her first like really serious relationship. And like I said, she didn't really care about college or any of that stuff. Like her life goal was to get married and have kids. Like she's like, I want to have a family. That's all I really care about. I just want to get married and have a family. So she'd been with this guy, for a long time, and she was starting to think like, hey, like
could be the one.
Could be the one. And like they were finishing school, they were graduating soon. So naturally, 5 years in, she's trying to talk to him about like, maybe we could get married, like, and have a family, right?
Hint, hint.
Hint,
Nudge,
hint.
nudge, wink, wink.
Yeah.
Well, this guy is basically like, whoa.
Hold your horses.
Hold on a second. I'm not ready for a serious relationship.
Whoa, 5 years
You've
in?
been together for 5 years.
I'm sorry. What?
I'm sorry. You're in one, motherfucker.
I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this. You're currently in one.
Yeah.
So
5 years.
My
dude,
imagine.
I fucking hate time wasters.
Yeah.
I really do.
Imagine.
Of course, the Capricorn in me, but
Yep.
Jesus.
Well, she's a Virgo, so
Yeah.
efficient. Okay,
Exactly.
She's not here to fuck around.
Wasted 5 years of my 20s.
Oh
my
my God.
hotness.
Well, yeah, late teen. So at this point, she's by the time when they break up, she's 22.
Okay,
Okay,
girl,
okay,
you'll
okay.
be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah.
You're
Right.
going to recover.
And that's annoying, but
She's heartbroken, right?
Recoverable.
Because also
It's your first.
you never have your heart broken like you do one the first time,
That's
two
right.
when you're that age and your
Nope.
your brain isn't fully developed yet and you're
Yep.
all like fucked up.
Everything's awful.
Everything's the worst. So she's completely devastated. She falls into a depression and she starts having these like obsessive thoughts about harming her ex. Like she's like,
Ooh, I love
here's
that.
fantasizing all the ways I could get back at him, like all the ways I could hurt him.
She was like 22.
She would later say that one that like kept like recurring in her head, the thing that she was like, yes, that's the thing I should do, is she kept thinking about and fantasizing about cutting the brakes off his car.
Oh, that's
Wow.
And she was like, that'll make us even.
Will it?
make one of you an inmate.
Yeah,
so.
true. Luckily, though, she didn't follow through with any of these and instead decided to make the much better decision to just like start a new life elsewhere.
Oh, good for you.
She was like,
Much
you know
better.
what? I actually just need a fresh start.
Yep.
I don't need to cut his brakes. I just need to move to a new city, right?
Yeah.
I get it. So she
and also maybe talk to somebody about
and
those
maybe
thoughts
that
you're having.
might be a good idea. She did not do that.
I had a feeling.
So she relocates to Germany, where she finds work as a nanny in Munich. She's like, I love kids. Like, I want to be a mom. So nannying sounds like a perfect job for me.
I'm always so impressed with people who move to a country that speaks a different language. You know what I mean?
Me too.
Totally.
I don't know if she spoke German before or not.
Well, even if most other countries in the world speak their language and then also English, so like they teach all the kids English.
It's wild.
And I hate the fact that I'm not at least bilingual.
Me too.
It makes me feel really, really bad.
It makes me feel dumb. For sure.
I mean, and
hate
also
that.
like we live in somewhere that has like a large Spanish speaking population. I feel like we should learn Spanish.
Yeah, I know server Spanish. Like I know
Basics.
like mantequilla means butter, but you know, I feel bad. I'm angry that we don't. Our language classes are in high school when there's so many like
And
studies
they're so basic too.
that show that that's when your brain stops really like being able to learn language. That language center shuts down, I think, around like 6 or 7.
I will say at my elementary school, they say before 12. If you can before 12 is like the most ideal. But like I will say my elementary school, because I went to elementary school in Las Vegas, also a very high Spanish speaking population. We did have to take FLIS. It was called FLIS. And we had to take it. It was like videos. Like they made us watch like videos to try and get us to learn a little bit of Spanish, but it was not with the kind of frequency that you would need to actually pick it up.
Right.
So, I mean, I would love to learn Spanish. It's actually something that I'm like, I should make that higher on my priority list. The language that I know the best besides English is Russian, which is so completely unnecessary. Like I could actually hold down like a basic introductory conversation.
Hi, my name is. How are you?
Yeah. Do you speak English?
Yeah. There you go. Perfect.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, so she moves to Munich. She's like, I'm going to be a nanny because I like kids. Turns out that it was hard. Being a nanny was difficult. It really wasn't for her. Despite her love of children, it just wasn't for her. So she quit that job and she starts working at an ice cream shop. While working there, she meets a man named Holger Holtz. Holger was a freezer salesman, so he obviously went into the shop trying to make a sale. But even though he was 15 years older than Esti, who's 22 at this time, he was like a really attractive man. She's a beautiful woman. They kind of just like connected instantly. They started dating basically right away. Like that night, they're like, let's go on a date. And it wasn't long before Holger asked Esti to marry him. I don't think that they were seeing each other that long, like a few months.
He's the opposite of a time waster.
Yeah, he's jumping right in.
You know what?
She's like,
you're right.
I love the efficiency.
She was ecstatic. Like she was like, yes, I am ready to start a family. This is what I want. This is what I've wanted, you know? Now, up until their marriage, Holger had told Esti that he was a Hare Krishna and he didn't believe in sex before marriage. So the two, and she was like, that's fine. She actually found it like romantic. She was like, oh, it's like so romantic. Like you're waiting.
Save yourself.
Right. So the two had not slept together prior to the wedding. But after the wedding, Holger tells Esti like, actually, I don't believe in sex at all.
No. Annulment
unless it's for procreation. And so Esti's like, well, that's fine. I would love to procreate immediately.
Let's get to it.
Yeah. Chop, chop. And then Holger's like, I'm actually not ready.
Oh,
I'm not ready to have kids. So now she's in like a sexless marriage.
Woof.
She got married with the expectation that they would be having kids. Like she wants a family. And she says that they discussed all of this beforehand. And like she thought that they were on the same page about all of this.
Yeah, you basically pulled the rug out.
Yeah,
and
this is
that's
fucked up, actually. Why did you marry me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the point? Why?
Right? Because she's pretty and 15 years younger than him. I don't know.
And then to what end?
I don't know.
You're not going to fuck me?
Yeah, true. That's true.
Yeah,
so
it's very
what?
bizarre.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Still though, like, you know, this is something the 22-year-old me would have done. I'm like, okay, well, just give him time. You know, so she accepts it and the two just move on with their marriage.
Now you're a time waster.
Yeah.
Yep.
About 4 or 5 years into their marriage.
That's too long.
4 or 5 years into their marriage, Holger tells Esti that he wants to relocate from Munich to Vienna, Austria to open their own ice cream shop. Now, why they needed to leave Germany and go to Austria
maybe
to open?
Cheaper?
I don't know. Maybe it's cheaper.
Vienna sounds lovely, and I would like to open an ice cream shop there.
Actually, very charming, doesn't it?
Yeah,
sound very
sounds
charming?
great, actually.
Mm-hmm. So Esti wasn't sold on this idea, though. She'd been settled in Germany. She didn't really want to like completely uproot her life. But Holger promised her that if they did this, if they relocated to Austria, he would then
finally
be ready
have sex
to start a family.
Well, I want you to prove that to me today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
And then I will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, how about I get pregnant first and then we can move?
There you go.
How about that?
I like that better.
So she's like, okay, with those conditions, I will relocate and we will open our own
He's
ice cream
a big
shop.
fat liar, pants on fire. Why are we trusting him?
So once they're there, it became clear that Esti was doing the majority of the labor. So the idea was they'll get this shop together and they will run it together. Like she will be front of house, like he will do a lot of the other work. He doesn't do anything. She's basically doing all of the work herself.
And what's this motherfucker doing?
At home playing video games.
No, he's not.
I'm
no, he's not. No, he's
triggered.
not.
Yes.
Oh
No,
my
he's
God.
not.
Oh
No,
my
he's
God.
not.
This is my fucking
Yeah.
first marriage then.
No,
this
he's
is somebody
not.
that's not working and not fucking you. Goodbye.
Yeah. And not only that,
Oh my
he's also
God.
spending the money she's making on his hobby, which is purchasing firearms,
Oh,
which she doesn't like. She doesn't even
no.
want them in the house. She's like, I don't.
Spending my motherfucking money.
Yeah.
So
So not only is this bad enough, but when Esti would bring up the promise that he made to her that they should start a family or would start a family, he would make excuses and put it off.
Is
He'd
there
be like, oh, I
something
can't do it now.
physically wrong with him?
I
Like,
don't know. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe.
I have never heard. Like,
It's weird, isn't
it's
it?
very
Yeah.
fucking weird.
It's weird. So resentment is building, of course. Like for Esti.
Resentment's already
resentment
been built.
is here.
Resentment is built.
Because
Knock,
at
knock,
this
I'm
point, they're
resentment.
like
Let me in.
7 years into the marriage
Long
and they
time.
haven't
Yeah.
fucked. I'm like 6-7 days. I start getting antsy. Let alone when you're fucking
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
It's too much.
No.
So Esti also told people at the time that Holger was verbally abusive to her. He would insult her. He would tell her she was ugly, that he wasn't attracted to her.
Then why did you marry
Right?
me?
Why are we still married? So things were just really, really bad. In 2007, at the age of 29, so she spent all of her 20s with this guy.
That's all right. You can start over. And let me tell you, I would say
Round
30s.
two?
30s are my favorite.
It's great.
30s
Yeah.
are great. You still holding on to that banging hot bod.
Yep.
And you're coming into your mind more. And
Yeah.
so yeah, single
Yeah.
in your 30s, go for it, girl.
Yeah.
You land somebody so much better.
Well,
I forgot this
at
is
the
a tainted
age-
love. I don't know why I thought this was gonna be like
You're like, yes,
she's
queen.
like she's gonna go and it's gonna end. I'm like, yeah,
get your groove back, bitch.
Never a
No.
yay in this section.
No. So Esti meets a man named Manfred Hinterberger. So like Holger, Manfred is also 15 years older than Esti. So 15 years older than
got
her
a
now,
type.
29.
Well, somebody just wanted daddy to love her.
Listen,
Yeah,
we
daddy
know
issues.
that. We know that.
Similarly to Holger as well. So Holger was a freezer salesman. Manfred is an ice cream machine salesman.
Okay.
Who meets Esti in her shop. Same way Holger. So same thing, 15 years older, trying to sell her shit at work. So the two quickly started an affair. Manfred
So he's gonna fuck her though.
he's fucking her.
Okay.
He's flattering her. He's spoiling her. He's taking her to really nice dinners and dates out around Vienna, which is something that Holger doesn't ever do. They never go anywhere.
Holger doesn't even know that she's gone.
We probably,
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah,
Probably relieved she's gone.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I mean?
like, Oh, good. She's out of the house still.
Yeah.
Let's keep
I'm
playing
so
video
confused
games.
as to why he even married
don't know.
her.
Honestly.
Unless he
Cover
just
of
wanted
some kind? I don't know.
maybe
Like, just wanted-
cover or like just spend her money or
yeah,
like
get
what?
someone to work for
not like
you.
she
so
was
you don't have
rich.
to.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
It's
he doesn't. Now
bizarre.
he's not having to work at all. You know what I mean? And his name is on all of the paperwork for like the ice cream shop and everything.
Fuck that guy.
After dating for a while, Manfred suggests to Esti that she divorce Holger. He's
Yeah,
like,
good
What
call.
you doing? And she agrees. So she approaches Holger and asks for a divorce. And he's like, actually agrees. He's like, sure, that's fine. But I'm not leaving the apartment.
Okay.
He's like, I'm not moving out. So they do get divorced. But not only did he not leave the house, he still refused to get a job. So Esti is still paying for everything, working at the ice cream because I think well, she does still live there. They still live together.
Why?
And because she's not leaving the apartment either. Like she's like, I'm not going to leave it. I think I don't know.
Other
like,
apartments exist.
Where's Manfred living?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Why don't you live with your husband or your new boyfriend?
Yeah. But she's like, I'm not leaving the apartment either. And his name, I think that the issue is that his name is still on like all of their, like they co-own the ice cream shop. So I don't know. I don't know.
You can get your money back. You know, yes, it's like a huge fucking pain in the. But I've seen people come back from like bankruptcy and all kinds of shit. Just fucking.
You know, you can run a business by yourself because you probably fucking did.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, you did it.
Yeah.
So bye.
So, but she doesn't do that. She keeps living with him. They're living together. She's still working all the time. He's still at home, just kicking it, doing whatever.
So it's the same
danger.
Mm-hmm. So Esti, I mean, yeah, because of course, like the resentment is at an all-time fucking high. And now you're not even married to this person and you have somebody else who's like treating you better. You know what I mean? So she's fed up at this point and those pesky murderous thoughts are returning, right? She's starting to like be like having those same thoughts
I kind of don't blame her.
She had before. Yeah. So she starts fantasizing about ways to get rid of Holger. Like, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like every little thing he did annoyed her. Like everything. It's just like the way you walk, the way you chew, the way you fucking like anything you're doing is driving me fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So that was happening. Finally, in late April 2008, Esti returns home and she and Holger get into an argument, which wasn't unusual. They fought like every single day. But on this occasion, Holger is yelling at Esti and he tells her that without him, she would be nothing and that she couldn't survive without him. Triggered.
Oh, God.
Triggered, right?
What are you talking about, my good dude?
Yes, but it's just like
doing everything.
Attempt to grind her down, like constantly. So that triggered something in her. He goes back, starts playing his computer game, goes back to the computer, is playing his computer game. And okay. So she's seeing red at this point.
Yeah.
She notices that Holger has left one of his guns out, one of his like many firearms out, sitting on a coffee table. So she picks it up, she goes behind him and shoots him twice in the back of the head.
Oh.
Listen, it's
we
wrong.
We don't condone it.
We don't condone it.
I mean, to be honest, my thought was like, just stop paying the bills when there's no electricity for him to use and I'm not living here. Let's see how he do.
What I just don't understand is the whole Holger thing is like, what was he doing with her? If he
doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
Any sense.
I don't know. I mean, and I will clarify. I mean, of course, like you never know what's going on in a relationship. By all accounts, like
apparently
Holger
nothing
was not
in this relationship.
Not a nice guy, but a lot of like I think that's backed up by other people that like he wasn't really a good guy, a nice guy. But most of the details of their relationship are from her. So you do have to kind of take a little bit of a teensy bit of a grain of salt there, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
That's true.
So Esti doesn't know what to do at this point. She's shot and killed him, shot him in the back of the head. She's kind of expecting, she's in an apartment complex. So she's like expecting one of her neighbors to show up. Yeah, you know. So she just kind of sits there, kind of like waiting for something to happen. Nothing happens. So she eventually falls asleep. The next day she gets up, gets dressed, goes to work. Like nothing happened, just leaves Holger's body there.
Oh no.
When she gets home, she's like, right, cool, well.
Still here.
Yeah, this actually happened.
Got to do something about this.
So he is still here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then she's like, I know what I'll do.
I don't like it already.
I'll know what I'll do. I'll burn the body in this apartment. That's a good idea.
Nobody will find those bullet holes in his skull.
So you're in the apartment. In an apartment.
You can't.
She takes some schnapps.
She have a fireplace? Or
Dude,
she just...
No. She takes some schnapps. She pours it on his body and just lights them on fire. And it doesn't, luckily for everyone living in the complex, like the fire doesn't take.
Yeah.
But it does cause a lot of fucking smoke and smell.
Yeah.
And like really bad. So the neighbors are like, dude, what the fuck? So they do call the fire department.
Yeah.
So the fire department shows up and now Esti's freaking out because she's got neighbors outside. She's got the fire department outside and she's got a half charred body inside.
Oh my God.
So she answers the door. I just picture it like a little crack.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. She answers the door and they're like, what's going on? And she's like, LOL. I'm a really bad cook.
I burnt dinner.
Silly me. Yeah. She says that it was fish. She was cooking fish and burnt fish, and that's what they're smelling. And the fire department, and apparently she's really charming. And like I said, she's beautiful. And the fire department is basically like, okay. Oh, well, that's okay then. You have a nice night. Like, see you later.
No,
that's fine. So, having had enough excitement for one evening, Esti's like, well, I'm going to go to bed
tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to go to bed. So she goes back
very
to bed.
un-Virgo of her to not like just
take care of it.
Take care of it immediately. This procrastination is.
Yes. So she goes to bed.
And all of his video friends are like, we're in the house.
Yeah.
Sure.
All of his Call of Duty friends are like, what? Where'd he go?
Where's Holger?
Where's Holger? So she goes to bed. She again wakes up the next day, business as usual, despite having a partly charred body in her apartment. After work, she decides that she needs to try something else. So she goes and buys a chainsaw.
Oh my God. No one will hear that.
Again.
What is wrong with you?
The neighbors don't hear. I'm like,
what?
Imagine my neighbors having a fucking chainsaw going.
I swear. What?
911.
I would be like,
if you heard a chainsaw in an apartment
inside.
And the chain of events here. Gunshots one night.
Yes.
Yep.
Mysterious fire the second night.
Third night chainsaw. I'm out. I swear to God.
It's
what
happening
in the fuck?
I don't know, but these neighbors are really mind your business. Like, I don't know if Austria is just a mind your business
country.
country.
To Vienna immediately.
It is not. It is. Wouldn't be me. Wouldn't be me.
No, you'd be texting us like, I think my neighbor has a motherfucking
property
chainsaw.
Manager would know immediately, if not sooner. I'd be like, apartment 5 is fucking running a chainsaw right now.
Yeah, we cannot do it.
Chris and I'd be like, oh, it's so fucking annoying, and say nothing. We are those neighbors.
You know, we probably wouldn't say anything either. Yeah. The gunshot though, I think, but
I would be like, they accidentally set a firework off inside.
Do you know how like
weird anything? The gymnastics.
They might not even know. Like,
I know send a cop there. That's for sure.
Yeah,
gun culture in the U.S. It's like, oh shit, that's a gunshot.
Yeah,
but
right.
I don't. I'm fairly certain that
in Vienna,
guns are
they're
not,
just like, I don't know. Maybe they're popping popcorn over there.
Yeah, exactly.
Popcorn. Just 2 pieces. Yeah. Very loud.
Pop.
Nom, nom, nom.
I want to make it clear that we are laughing, but we understand that this is not a funny situation.
No, it's absurd.
It's absurd.
It's wild.
Wild.
How did she not get the cops calls?
A chainsaw.
Yeah, because she does spend the evening using the chainsaw to break down the body. She then puts the body pieces into ice cream tubs and puts them in her freezer. And it's just like, okie dokie.
All right. Holger's
How
taking
big
care
is your
That's
freezer?
what I thought. She must have a chest freezer.
She's got a pop fridge and a chest freezer.
Got to. When people asked about Holger, she told them that he had moved to India to start a new life. And apparently nobody thought to ask any more questions. They're like, yeah, sounds like Holger. Okay. You know. A few months later, Esti needed to move out of her apartment.
Hun bun.
And I'm like, you couldn't have done that before. Like, okay.
Just now?
I feel like if you'd done that before the murder, maybe the murder wouldn't have happened.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, this apartment that you both had to stay in, now you're like, meh.
Yeah. And I don't know the circumstances. Maybe like they were selling the building.
Still smells.
Yeah. You're like, oh, bad memories in this apartment.
Yeah.
So of course though, like she's moving out of the apartment. She needs to figure out what to do with Holger. So she decides that she will fill the ice cream tubs with concrete and relocate them to her ice cream shop. So she does that. She fills them with concrete. She lugs them out to the street, and then
heavy ass concrete.
Yeah. And then she calls a taxi because she doesn't have a car. So she calls a taxi. The taxi driver helps her put them in the back of the car. I can't imagine. He's like, this is some heavy.
How heavy is this ice cream?
Well, so then I'm like, these are decorative. I'm actually using them for the outside.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, because she is taking them to an ice cream shop. So he's like, okay, I'm not thinking about asking too many questions. So she transports them to her shop. She puts them in her freezer there.
Why do they got to be in the freezer? They're concrete.
Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe just to keep them hidden away. I don't know. But she puts them in her freezer there, and then she does the extra precaution of hanging up air fresheners, like car air fresheners back there, because it's like in her cellar area. And so to just prevent any smelling.
Oh my God.
So 2 years go by.
I feel like the concrete would have done it.
I do too. But maybe just extra careful.
Okay.
I don't know. 2 years go by. It's now 2010. Esti still has her ice cream shop. She's still dating Manfred, but things are rocky because, again, this man does not want to settle down and start a family. And I'm like, girl, Manfred, there are other people you could be fucking. What are you doing? Just date someone else.
Yeah, put it in your bio. I want to get married and start a family.
Yes.
And you'll find there are other people out there who are like, that's my jam.
She's
that's
in her
exactly
early
what I
30s
want to
at
do.
this point. Like,
and you're very pretty.
Yeah.
So let's do that
thing.
Yes.
Sounds amazing. And you have an ice cream shop? Sounds fun.
Yeah, you got your own business.
I love this.
Yeah. Incredible.
I love this for us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Instead of committing to Esti, in fact, Manfred goes in the opposite direction and proposes to Esti that they open up their relationship. So stay together, but start seeing other people in addition to each other. So she's like, you know?
She's like rearranging, making room in the freezer. Like,
now, again, that's all well and good if that's what you both want. If you want to open your relationship, more power to you. But that is not what she wanted at all. And she made it very clear. She's over it. So she begins to suspect that maybe Manfred was already seeing other people, and that's why he made the suggestion. So she goes through his phone, and lo and behold, she finds pics of naked women. She finds other incriminating evidence, like he's been on...
Here come the thoughts.
He's been on dating websites. And so the two get into a really serious fight before eventually going to bed. So they go to bed together.
They shouldn't. You should leave, sir.
According to Esti, she was laying in bed beside Manfred. She's awake. He's asleep. He starts to snore.
No.
And this triggered. She's like, nope.
This is it.
That's it. This is it.
I'll tell you, as going to sleep in the same bed as somebody
when you're fighting,
you've literally just seen proof of them being unfaithful.
Oof.
I couldn't. I'd be on the couch. I'd be. You know
I
what
wouldn't
I mean?
be, but you would.
I'd be. Leaving the place. You know what I mean? Like that's. Oh my god.
So she would later say that his snoring was the final straw. It was like the straw that broke the camel's back. And she pulled out a gun, the same gun that she used.
A good defense.
No, I mean, and also it's not true, and I'll get to that in a second. But she pulled out a gun from under that she kept underneath her mattress. It's the same gun she used to kill Holger with. And she just rolls over in bed and shoots Manfred and kills him.
Dang. You know what'll get his snoring to stop.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yep. So she would say that she just snapped, right? She's like, I just snapped. But the truth is, in the months leading up to the murder, Esti was taking concrete mixing classes. And she had recently purchased a brand new chainsaw.
Oh, that's interesting.
Seems
upgrading
suspicious.
the equipment.
Have you guys ever owned a chainsaw?
Never in my life.
Never in my whole life.
Never.
Like, and you need a new one for what? Like,
and you live in apartments.
Yeah, you need
what do you need a chainsaw for?
Yeah. So she does the exact same thing she did before. She dismembers the body. She's much more efficient this time. Virgo is kicked in, right?
Yeah, she's like, well, this worked last time.
So she puts parts into ice cream tubs, fills them with concrete, and then she takes them to her shop before making her manicure appointment that afternoon.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Can you imagine being that manicurist?
No.
Those hands just did some stuff. You know?
Ugh.
You literally moved your hands off the table. You're like, no, thank you.
Unlike Holger, people seemed to actually notice and care that Manfred was missing.
Well, because he's been fucking other people. So those people are
they're
like, where's
he's gone radio silent on us.
Weird.
I think he was also from Vienna, which is different. He's got like stronger connections there.
Yeah.
When asked, Esti would say that she had no idea where he was, but
up and left.
Eventually she decided to file a missing persons report. She was like, I'm going to file a missing persons report to kind of like cover my tracks here. Several weeks passed and Esti finds herself a new man. One of Manfred's friends, 47-year-old Roland, again, 15 years older than her current age.
Wow.
She just keeps. So this is one of Manfred's friends. The two were head over heels about each other. And again, Esti is thinking like, finally, I found the one. But it would be really short lived because about 7 months after the murder of Manfred on June 6th, 2011, Esti arrived at work at the ice cream shop to find it flooded with maintenance people. And when she asks one of the maintenance people what they're doing there, they tell her that the hair salon next door had a burst pipe. And in order to fix it, they needed to go into her adjoining cellar. And while they were moving things around down there, they stumbled across one of the ice cream tubs. And according to the maintenance person, there was a leg sticking out of it. So I guess she didn't get that
packed in enough.
Packed in enough.
Oh no.
So obviously they called the police. They're like, the police are on their way, you know.
Yeah.
So she was like, oh, that's weird. Cool. Well, if you'll excuse me
just gotta...
for just a second, just 1 minute.
Be
and
right
both
back.
Yeah.
Both.
Absconds.
Mm-hmm. She grabbed her passport. She fucked off to Italy.
Yep.
Initially, she had gotten a plane ticket to Paris, but she got nervous that they'd be waiting for her in Paris, and they were. So she got in a taxi to Italy.
Do you know how much that would cost?
So much money.
Listen, she's
So
like,
much money.
No, I'm going to keep that ticket.
Yeah.
Because they're going to look for me there.
And it was smart because she was able to evade capture for 4 days. Once she was caught, she was extradited back to Austria, where she almost immediately confessed to both murders. During her medical examination at the police station, it was discovered that Esti was actually 2 months pregnant by her boyfriend, Roland.
Wow.
Esti.
Yeah.
Esti.
Roland, upon learning that Esti had murdered her last 2 partners, including his good friend Manfred, chose to stay by her side, and the two married in 2012 while Esti was in custody awaiting trial.
Wow.
They had a baby boy who went on to live with Esti's parents in Barcelona.
Yeah, I heard about her upbringing.
Yeah,
so why
I'm
would
just
she?
like, why wouldn't Roland take him?
Yeah.
Right?
What's
It's
wrong
weird.
with you, Roland?
It's weird. During the trial, a court psychiatrist determined that Esti suffered from a, quote, grave, comprehensive, multifaceted personality disorder, as well as serious mental abnormalities, and was at considerable risk of killing again if she was released.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She was sentenced to life in prison, but as of 2017 was determined to be, quote, too dangerous for the all-female prison. So she was moved to a state-of-the-art psychiatric hospital. Reports about this move were really sensationalized. Like if you Google it, all the things say like, oh, too dangerous for a female prison. So they moved her to a male facility, an all-male facility. It's not really true. Like the facility is mostly male. It contained 91 men and 13 women at the time she moved there.
Got it.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's mostly like Daily Mail, kind of those like big sensational tabloids saying that like she's too dangerous and had to be moved to an all-male facility. It really seems like it was more of a mental health thing. She needed to be in a mental health facility rather than a prison. And she remains there to this day.
Wow. Wow. Is she still married?
I think so. From what I've heard, I think that she's still married to Roland.
Holy cannoli.
I can't believe it. I've never heard of that.
I thought I did, and then I was like, nope, that is not what I thought this was.
I was surprised as well. Yeah. Because you would think also because she is really pretty, like oftentimes with like murderers like that, they get so much more
attention.
Like attention.
I mean, this is...
Yeah, and especially a female.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is
And she kept
bizarre.
them in her ice cream shop.
Yeah, this is the way I'm surprised. Yeah, like you said, this is, whoa.
The story
Yikes.
has everything.
Oh,
Yikes
wow.
on bikes.
Well, what are you guys watching this week?
Well, I watched a couple things actually. I did watch, and I know you and I had talked about this movie before. I did watch Soft and Quiet. Did you watch it?
I forget.
It's
No, I
the
haven't
one-
seen
okay.
it yet. Yeah.
It's a horror movie. As a person of color and a horror fan, I put this on my stories after I watched it. It's not for us. I wouldn't watch it. If you're, I'm not even entirely sure. It's not a bad movie. I'm just like, I'm not entirely sure who it's for. I'm the type of person who won't watch like videos of police shootings or like police brutality or like any like hate crime stuff. I don't watch.
Yeah.
If you have a hard time with that, you shouldn't watch this movie because they really show a lot.
I don't like that. Yeah.
And it is racially motivated.
Right.
And it was upsetting to me. It was upsetting to me to the point where I actually, and I don't usually do this with horror movies, I fast forwarded through that part of it because I was just like, this feels like it's going on too long.
Yeah.
So I wanted to give that warning just in case, because I would like to avoid anybody who does have those triggers experiencing that. So yeah, but I did also watch Knock at the Cabin and I liked it. I had read the book.
Chris watched it too.
Yeah, I thought it was all right. It was entertaining. It's not the best movie I've ever seen. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen. It was all right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. I am still continuing watching the Oscar stuff, but I want to say I absolutely fell in love with Marcel the Shell.
Oh my God. I want to
With
see
shoes
that
on.
so bad. He's so cute.
So adorable. I'm like gonna cry just thinking about this adorable movie because Jenny Slate, Money
I love
Please,
her.
plays Marcel.
Oh,
It's so great. And then Isabella Rossellini plays the grandma Shell. And it's fucking fantastic. I can't recommend it enough.
Is it as cute as Paddington?
It is as cute. It's as feel good. So I definitely, if you need something that's just like a warm hug that is cute and enjoyable and super original and everything, then go check this out.
Good rain. A good rain watch.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. I am catching up or am caught up on Miss Scarlet and the Duke, which is a PBS show.
Oh, I love that.
Love PBS.
Love PBS.
I live for that channel.
We've been watching Secrets of the Dead.
Oh yeah.
From there. They have like good programs like, like we found this original circle of Stonehenge and weird stuff like that.
Interesting. I would definitely check that out. I saw that on there and I haven't like researched it too much further.
No,
it's just there's constant new information coming out about that stuff. So it's like if you don't watch something that was filmed like this year,
then it's
like,
yeah.
You're like, is this obsolete information? You
Correct.
Don't know. It's
yeah.
funny. So, but yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I looked at it, I saw it, and I was like, I
think that's one that you would like.
Yeah, you know me.
Yeah. Well, hey, if you guys have something that we should watch, if you've been on a terrible date recently, or if you just want to reach out, go to our one-stop shop of a website. It's myworstdatepodcast.com, and we love you so much. Cheers.
This is a Glass Box Media Podcast.